Welcome to Learning Life Content. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Your support helps us grow and motivates us to bring you more fascinating and enriching stories. The fascinating story of Rome begins in the year 753 BCE on the picturesque banks of the Tiber River, nestled in the heart of central Italy. It was a humble and unassuming start, a small village nestled amidst the rolling hills and verdant landscapes. But this seemingly modest location held significant strategic advantages that would prove crucial. The Tiber River provided vital access to the sea, facilitating trade and communication with distant lands. The surrounding hills offered natural defences, protecting the fledgling settlement from potential invaders and hostile forces. It was from these modest and unpretentious origins that a mighty and unparalleled empire would eventually emerge. The early Romans were a hardy, resilient and resourceful people. They diligently cultivated the land, herded livestock with care, and engaged in trade with neighbouring communities, establishing a network of commerce and exchange. Their society was deeply patriarchal, with the father wielding considerable authority and influence within the family unit. Religion played a central and integral role in Roman life, with a pantheon of gods and goddesses governing various aspects of human existence and daily activities. These early foundations would shape the character, culture and destiny of Rome for centuries to come, leaving an indelible mark on history. Legend credits the twin brothers Romulus and Remus with the founding of Rome, a tale steeped in myth and heroism. Abandoned as infants, they were said to have been miraculously suckled by a she-wolf and raised by a kind-hearted shepherd. A fierce dispute arose between the brothers over the location of their new city, culminating in the tragic event of Romulus killing Remus. Victorious and resolute, Romulus became the first king of Rome, and the city was named in his honour, marking the beginning of a new era. Whether rooted in historical fact or embellished mythology, the story of Romulus and Remus captured the imagination of the Roman people and served as a powerful and enduring founding myth. The early Roman state was ruled by a succession of kings, some native-born Romans, others of Etruscan origin, each contributing to the city's development. The Etruscans, a sophisticated and powerful people from north-central Italy, exerted considerable influence over Rome during this formative period. They introduced new technologies, artistic styles, and religious practices that would leave a lasting impact on Roman culture. The Etruscan period witnessed the construction of important infrastructure, including the Cloaca Maxima, a massive and sophisticated sewer system that drained the city's marshes and significantly improved sanitation. However, growing Roman resentment towards Etruscan rule eventually led to a revolt, setting the stage for a new and transformative chapter in Roman history. In the year 509 BCE, the resilient Romans, driven by a fervent desire for self-governance, expelled their last king, Tarquin the Proud, in a dramatic and decisive act of rebellion. This monumental event marked the establishment of the Roman Republic, a watershed moment that signified the dawn of Rome's ascent to unparalleled greatness and influence in the ancient world. The Roman Republic, though not a democracy in the modern sense, was an intricate oligarchy with political power concentrated in the hands of the patrician class, the affluent and influential landowners who shaped the destiny of Rome. The plebeians, the common citizens of Rome, initially found themselves with limited political rights, their voices often overshadowed by the patrician elite. However, over the course of several centuries, they waged a persistent and ultimately successful struggle, known as the conflict of the orders, for greater equality and participation in the governance of their city. The Roman Republic was characterized by a complex and sophisticated system of government, meticulously designed to balance power among various institutions and prevent any single entity from becoming too dominant. The Senate, composed of elder statesmen and seasoned politicians, wielded significant influence, providing continuity and stability in governance through their extensive experience and wisdom. The popular assemblies, consisting of Roman citizens, played a crucial role in the democratic process by electing officials and voting on laws, ensuring that the voice of the people was heard in the corridors of power. The magistrates, the executive officers of the state, were entrusted with the administration of justice, the command of armies, and the oversight of public works, embodying the executive authority of the Republic. This intricate system of governance, though far from perfect, proved remarkably resilient and adaptable, enabling Rome to expand its power and influence across vast territories. The expansion of Roman power began within Italy itself, as the Romans sought to consolidate their control over the Italian peninsula. Through a combination of formidable military prowess and shrewd diplomacy, the Romans gradually subdued their neighbours, forging alliances and conquering territories with strategic precision. The Roman legions, renowned for their discipline, rigorous training and battlefield effectiveness, proved to be an unstoppable force, more than a match for any adversary they encountered. Rome's central location in Italy, once considered a liability, now became a strategic asset, allowing the city to project its power and influence in all directions with remarkable efficiency. By the 3rd century BCE, Rome had emerged as the dominant power in Italy, poised to extend its reach beyond the peninsula and into the wider Mediterranean world. The Punic Wars, a series of 3 epic and grueling conflicts fought against Carthage, a powerful maritime empire based in North Africa, marked a pivotal turning point in Roman history. The First Punic War, spanning from 264 to 241 BCE, saw Rome, traditionally a land power, construct a formidable navy and challenge Carthaginian dominance at sea with unprecedented determination. The Second Punic War, from 218 to 201 BCE, witnessed the audacious Carthaginian general Hannibal Barca execute a daring and legendary crossing of the Alps with his army, inflicting a series of crushing defeats on the Romans. However, Rome's resilience and unwavering determination ultimately prevailed, demonstrating the city's capacity to endure and overcome even the most formidable challenges. The Third Punic War, from 149 to 146 BCE, culminated in the complete and utter destruction of Carthage, removing a major rival and leaving Rome the undisputed master of the Western Mediterranean, poised for further expansion and glory. The latter years of the Roman Republic were marked by growing internal tensions and escalating conflicts. The expansion of Roman power brought immense wealth and vast territories, stretching the Republic's influence far and wide. However, this expansion also created new challenges and exacerbated existing social divisions. The gap between the wealthy elite who lived in opulence and the impoverished masses who struggled to survive widened significantly, leading to widespread social unrest and discontent. Ambitious generals, commanding loyal and battle-hardened legions, increasingly used their military power to advance their political ambitions, often at the expense of the Republic's stability. Gaius Julius Caesar, a brilliant general, shrewd politician and master of propaganda, emerged as the dominant figure in this turbulent era, captivating the hearts and minds of the Roman populace. Caesar rose to prominence through a series of military triumphs, most notably his conquest of Gaul, a region that presented formidable challenges and fierce resistance. Gaul, which is modern-day France and Belgium, was brought under Roman control, greatly expanding the Republic's territory and enhancing Caesar's reputation as a military genius. However, Caesar's growing power and popularity aroused the suspicion and fear of his rivals in the Senate, who were deeply concerned that he aspired to become king and dismantle the Republic's cherished traditions. In 49 BCE, Caesar made the fateful decision to cross the Rubicon River, the boundary between his province of Gaul and Italy proper, an act tantamount to a declaration of war against the Roman Senate. This bold move plunged Rome into a brutal civil war, pitting Caesar's forces against those loyal to the Republic, leading to a series of bloody and decisive battles. Caesar emerged victorious, defeating his enemies and assuming control of Rome, entering the city in triumph and being hailed as a hero by his supporters. He was appointed dictator for life, effectively ending the Roman Republic and ushering in a new era of centralized power and autocratic rule. Caesar implemented a series of sweeping reforms aimed at addressing some of the Republic's most pressing ills. He centralized the administration, streamlining governance and reducing corruption. He granted Roman citizenship to people in conquered territories, integrating them into the Roman state and fostering loyalty among the newly subjugated populations. Additionally, Caesar initiated ambitious public works projects, constructing roads, aqueducts, and other infrastructure that would benefit the Roman populace for generations to come. However, Caesar's rule was abruptly cut short in 44 BCE when he was assassinated by a group of senators who opposed his authoritarian tendencies and feared the loss of their own power and influence. Caesar's death plunged Rome into a new round of devastating civil wars, which would ultimately lead to the fall of the Republic and the establishment of the Roman Empire under Augustus, marking the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter in Roman history. The assassination of Julius Caesar, a pivotal and dramatic event in Roman history, ushered in a period of intense turmoil and uncertainty. However, this tragic moment also paved the way for the emergence of his great-nephew and adopted son, Octavian, who would later be known as Augustus, the first Roman emperor. After a series of brutal and bloody civil wars, where he faced formidable rivals such as Mark Antony and Cleopatra, Octavian emerged victorious. His triumph in these conflicts solidified his position as the undisputed master of the vast Roman world. In the year 27 BCE, the Roman Senate, in a grand and formal ceremony, bestowed upon Octavian the revered title of Augustus. This momentous event marked the official transition from the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire, a new era in Roman history. Augustus, a shrewd and pragmatic ruler, was acutely aware that the Roman people were weary of the endless wars and eager for a period of stability and peace. To address this, he established a new system of government known as the Principate. This system cleverly maintained the outward forms and traditions of the Republic, while concentrating real power in his own hands, ensuring both stability and continuity. Augustus presented himself as the restorer of peace and order, a theme that deeply resonated with a populace exhausted by years of conflict and chaos. His reign marked the beginning of a remarkable period of peace and prosperity known as the Pax Romana, or the Roman peace, a time when the empire experienced unprecedented stability and growth. The Pax Romana, which lasted for approximately 2 centuries from 27 BCE to 180 CE, was a golden age for the Roman Empire, characterized by internal peace, economic prosperity, and cultural flourishing. With internal peace secured and external threats effectively contained, the Roman Empire flourished. The stability provided by the Pax Romana allowed for significant advancements in various aspects of Roman life. Trade routes, both overland and maritime, flourished, connecting distant corners of the vast empire. These routes facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and culture, bringing immense wealth and prosperity to Rome. Cities across the empire grew in size and splendor, adorned with magnificent public buildings, grand temples, impressive theaters, and luxurious bathhouses, reflecting the prosperity and architectural ingenuity of the time. Roman law and administration were extended throughout the empire, bringing order, stability, and a sense of unity to the diverse and far-reaching territories under Roman control. The Pax Romana was also a time of great cultural achievement, with significant contributions to literature, art, and philosophy. Roman literature, art, and philosophy flourished during this period, heavily influenced by both Greek and Etruscan traditions. This cultural synthesis produced works of enduring significance and beauty. Literary giants such as Virgil, Horace, Ovid, and Livy left an indelible mark on this era, their works becoming timeless classics that continue to be studied and admired to this day. Roman architecture reached new heights during the Pax Romana, with the construction of iconic structures such as the Colosseum, the Pantheon, and Trajan's Column, each a testament to Roman engineering prowess and artistic vision. The Pax Romana, a testament to Roman power, ingenuity, and vision, left an enduring legacy on Western civilization, influencing countless aspects of modern culture, governance, and society. Thank you for watching Learning Life content. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps us grow and motivates us to bring you more fascinating and enriching stories.